You. Well, a group of police cadets from here in Western Mass being hailed as heroes after their quick thinking led to a life-saving recovery. Last month, 8 cadets were driving back from training when they encountered a serious head-on collision along Route 202. Unknown to those cadets, the driver trapped inside that engulfed car, a part of the Brotherhood, a retired Holyoke officer. And that's when Cadet Tanya Rivera, another cadet, grabbed a fire extinguisher from a nearby tractor trailer in an effort to put out those flames.
They couldn't get in, so then they started banging one window out. Somebody climbed in through the passenger side, was able to undo the guy's seatbelt, and then somebody immediately started yelling, "There's fire coming from the vehicle."
Rivera and the other cadets being called heroes on Thursday as they were recognized for their quick thinking and life-saving efforts. The drivers involved in that crash were taken to the hospital for their injuries. At this time, we don't have word on their current condition.